Alright, so how much I weld here, it'd be great to have one of those firewall tool bench scrapers, and I don't got the money. I did have this 3/16 plate that I beveled, and I have some extra round stock laying around from previous projects. Fortunately, it's raining, and I messed up a cut in here, so I'm just going to go ahead and do some inner shield over that and grind it back flat. I do the grinding outside the welding. I don't love doing it here, but I do have fan, windows, door, plenty of ventilation, so you can hear my machine screaming back there already. I don't even know how. I literally just flipped it on, but we're tapping in so I'm not cutting off the edge. Simple as that. So the plan as of right now, as many have seen, anybody that's in this industry knows a fireball tool. They make a lot of really, really good tools. But with good tools comes a lot of money. And trust me, I know that. Like, I have plenty of great high quality tools that I'm fine with spending the money on again. But for something that I wouldn't actively use every day here, I don't actively use everything in the shop every day, but when I do, it's definitely worth it. This I could definitely cheat it and use just a chisel and a hammer. But I want to try this, make one. If it doesn't work, I'll buy one, whatever. But I got behind you on my terrible little steel rack. I got some 5/8 rod I used to make pins to hold a trailer gate on. And over here is this old horseshoe thing. I'm really leaning towards this cut. I don't know, 8-10 inches off of that. It's heavy. It's probably 7/8 or an inch thick. But I would be all right with the steel. I needed 8 inches of this, and I had to buy, what was it, 3 feet. Because unfortunately, I had to go to a big box store for it, because that closest steel supplier that I would actually use is an hour away, so it wasn't worth the gas and all that stuff. So it was cheaper in the long run to get everything from Tractor Supply for that one. I'm gonna fill you in whenever I decide on what stock I'm using, and then we'll go about it. I didn't plan on welding any of this. I planned on cutting a notch in this, setting it in, screwing it in, because then the blade's replaceable if I ever break it or just need to replace it in general, or take it off the sharpener. I mean, you're propped up. You're on my cell phone still. You're propped up on my bench grinder that I would use to sharpen it. So, but anyway, I'm just blabbing at this point. We're gonna get to the point where the handle and the head are going together. All right, so I don't have a mill, and I really need one, but this is how we're getting this slot in here. I liked this idea better. It needs to be a little deeper. Don't worry, got the gloves, got the shield, got the glasses, got the plugs, so YouTube can go away. It's definitely not terrible. Not as great as I wanted, but for being from an angle grinder on a vise, and this vise, let me show you, is not set. You see, it's a little bit of something like that, but it sits pretty okay in there. If I need to, I can heat this up and crush it together. But and then put a screw right in here, because theoretically this should keep it from rocking, and that's just going to keep it in. And I ever damage it or need to replace it, I can go get some more 3/16 plate, pull that off, drill a hole, pop a new one in, done. Obviously, the handle ain't going to be that long, so we just got to get that set up, but yeah. Alright, so this is where we are now. I got the handle and I got everything joined up. Trying to square this off a little bit with the file. It looks pretty alright. It's not terrible. We got it slightly lean so that when you're like that, it's not like doesn't look like that. It's something, you know, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. But now I'm gonna decide what screw I'm using. I have a bunch of socket head cap screws I'm probably gonna use. Take that out, drill that in the drill press. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. Probably won't, but we'll find out. Drill all the way through with a pilot hole. Decide what screw I'm gonna use so that I can drill what I need to for the tap, and then the top one drill the size of the head of the screw so it can sit down in there. Not all the way in, but you know, just at least have it inset somehow, and then it should be ready to go. I'm probably not going to paint it. I mean, I might just not paint the edge here, but I mean, it's pretty resilient. It's been sitting out here for a while, so. But yeah, I'm gonna get that stuff together and I'll update you whenever it's pretty much done. Alright, so it's definitely not the best tool for the job, and yeah, you're a little crooked. Still don't have a tripod out here. I had to replace those batteries, but it's in the drill press. Don't love it, but I don't hate it, so we're going to give it a whirl. So, yeah. This one we're going to use a bit of. Perfect. Here we go. So now we just got to figure out what screw I'm going to use, and we should be solid. Alright, so got it all assembled. Ground that flat. Looks really good. It's really quick. Like it's not rocking or anything. Got that little piece of Weld Spatter right there, and I don't want to have a gouge like that in this table, so I want to try to prop you up somewhere and hopefully don't try it one-handed. Gone. Perfectly flat. I don't have anything in these holes to demonstrate, but this 45 you can use as a chipping hammer or scrape something out of the corner, but you can also drop it in there. Break that off. Now this end is not hardened, so this is just kind of like my proof of concept almost, you know, make sure I like the tool. We can always try to heat treat it at home, or I can get some other actual hardened tool steel. I mean, I have enough of this 3/16 plate to make, of this exact size already, to make 3 more of these, and then I have a whole 3-inch wide flat stock piece that I could probably cut some out of. I just really don't want to have to. But yeah, I mean, I'd say it works, and this was practically free for me because I already had it. But you could probably go to a hardware store somewhere and get all this stuff for like 10-15 bucks. Now it'll last probably forever as long as you take care of it. I'm gonna put some like nylon tape on the end of this. Well, not nylon, but I can't think of the word. I'll put it in whenever I edit this. But just to give a handle to it, I'm not going to paint it because if it does rust or anything, I can just wipe it off. It's not a big deal. It's a tool, so who really cares? But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, definitely let me know. I mean, it's what I do for a living. I'd be more than happy to share some of my experience, or just take you along on what I would typically do for my projects. I mean, I got a couple of decent sized projects coming up. You know, I just built a trailer gate not too long ago, so I could definitely do this for a while if you guys like it. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.